Jeanne Crain remains a timeless symbol of the film industry because of her lasting qualities as an actress. Her talent, charm, and versatility have made a lasting impression on cinema, earning her love from generations. Whether it's her unforgettable performances in classic films or her ability to hold audiences with her screen presence, Crain is still remembered and admired. While personal memories may vary, her influence on the silver screen is universally treasured. We would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below, as there are many interesting, surprising, and sad facts about her career waiting to be explored. Keep watching this video for more insights into the life and work of this beloved actress. Jeanne Crain had a significant influence in the film industry during her time and beyond. She was a notable actress who left a lasting impression on Hollywood. She was known for her talent and versatility, being able to portray various roles convincingly. She didn't just stick to one type of character. Instead, she played many different roles authentically and skillfully. People liked her performances, and critics praised her ability to adapt to different genres, which made Hollywood movies more diverse. Apart from her acting skills, Crain also challenged the typical roles assigned to women in movies. Instead of conforming to stereotypes, she took on characters that broke the mold. This helped change how women were portrayed in cinema and paved the way for other actresses. Beyond her acting, Crain earned respect in Hollywood for her strong work ethic and dedication to her craft. She set a high standard for professionalism in the industry. Her influence is still felt today. She not only left her mark on Hollywood, but also shaped its culture. Her work continues to inspire others in the industry. In summary, Jeanne Crain was a trailblazer in cinema, known for her talent, versatility, and efforts to challenge stereotypes. Her work has had a lasting impact on Hollywood, and her legacy lives on. Initially seeking the lead role in People Will Talk, Jeanne Crain lost out to Anne Baxter. However, Baxter later stepped down due to impending motherhood, granting Crain the opportunity she desired. In her biography found in the Scribner Encyclopedia of American Lives, she, born in 1925 in Barstow, California, married Paul Brooks and had 7 children: Paul Brinkman, Michael, Timothy, Jeanine, Elizabeth, Maria, and Christopher. Her career spanned various films and projects showcasing her talent and versatility in the industry. Her dedication to both her craft and family life leaves a significant impact on Hollywood. This biography was a strong believer in the Catholic faith. She fully embraced the joys and duties of being a mother, raising 7 children with love and care. In her acting career, she played different roles like Reed Bowman in Man Without a Star and Mrs. Bowman in both Dangerous Crossing and Man Without a Star. She passed away 10 years after her co-star Myrna Loy in Cheaper by the Dozen, marking the end of a special time in Hollywood. Even though time has passed, her memory continues to inspire people all over the world, reminding us of her talent and what she brought to the movies. This tribute to her life and work shows how much she meant to cinema. Jeanne Crain portrayed Deborah Bishop in A Letter to 3 Wives. The age differences between the actors in the movie were quite noticeable. Paul Douglas was 16 years older than Linda Darnell. Jeffrey Lynn had the same age gap with Crain, and Ann Sothern, who was born in the same year as Lynn, was 7 years older than Kirk Douglas. Crain earned the title of Miss Camera Girl of 1942 in Long Beach, Florida, which led to a contract with Fox Studios. In More About All About Eve, Joseph L. Mankiewicz mentioned in an interview that the studio wanted Crain for the role of Eve Harrington, but he declined, stating she was pretty and hardworking but lacked strong acting skills. In 2 movies directed by Joseph L. Mankiewicz, Jeanne Crain played a character named Deborah, A Letter to 3 Wives, and People Will Talk. Mankiewicz didn't like the name Deborah or the actress who played her. It's interesting how personal feelings can affect collaborations behind the scenes. In People Will Talk, Crain acted alongside Cary Grant, who played a character younger than his real age. Crain, who was 26, played a character much younger than herself. It shows she was good at acting and could play different roles well. The characters she played were complicated like her own life. In 1956, on August 6th, she was going through a divorce because of infidelity and abuse. Both she and her spouse accused each other of being unfaithful, showing how troubled their relationship was. These stories give us a peek into movie making and the personal lives of the people involved. It reminds us that there's more to movies than just what we see on screen. Jeanne Crain, known for her roles in numerous films, wasn't a singer despite often appearing in musicals. Instead, Lon Hogan dubbed the singing in all her musicals. During the filming of You Were Meant for Me in 1948, she was 3 months pregnant with her son, Paul Brinkman. In People Will Talk, she portrayed Deborah Higgins, a role that was also adapted for a Lux Radio Theater broadcast in 1954, where she and Cary Grant reprised their film roles. Despite not singing in her musical roles and balancing her personal life during filming, Crain's performances left an impact on audiences. Jeanne Crain, known for her roles in classic films, had a personal life marked by notable connections. Her youngest child, Christopher Brinkman, served as the original lead guitarist for Jane's Addiction from 1985 to 1986. Unfortunately, his life took a tragic turn as he succumbed to a drug overdose in 1997. Her husband, Paul Brooks, had a brief stint as an RKO contract player, appearing in those endearing young charms. Formerly known as Paul Brinkman, he transitioned from acting to a prosperous business career, leaving behind his Hollywood pursuits. In People Will Talk, Jeanne Crain portrayed Deborah Higgins. A notable scene featured her character referencing Little Nell from the country. Interestingly, this same line was later used verbatim by Bette Davis' character in All About Eve opposite Gary Merrill. Both films were scripted and directed by Joseph L. Mankiewicz. These connections, be it through family or shared lines in films, provide glimpses into the lesser-known aspects of Jeanne Crain's life beyond her on-screen performances. Jeanne Crain, a well-known actress of her time, said goodbye to Fox Studios in 1956, earning a weekly salary of $3,500 equivalent to about $38,000 today when adjusted for inflation. After leaving the spotlight, she and her husband chose a quieter life on their ranches, away from busy sets and bright cameras. She starred in the original version of Cheaper by the Dozen in 1950, leaving a lasting impression on audiences. Despite not being part of the 2003 remake with Steve Martin, her influence continues through generations of filmmakers and actors. Jeanne Crain's impact, often overlooked, remains in the history of movies as proof of her talent and grace. This was Jeanne Crain, a famous actress, showed impressive dedication to her work. She quickly went back to acting just a few months after having her sons Michael and Paul Brinkman. Even though being a mom was demanding, she took on filming projects with strong determination. In Italy, her movies often had different voices dubbed over hers. Tihia Cristiani, Rosetta Calavetta, Renata Marini, and Lydia Simonsky were some of the people who provided these voices. Marini, for instance, dubbed her voice in A Letter to Three Wives, while Simonsky did it for The Joker is Wild. Crain's dedication to her job, seen in how soon she returned to work after having kids, showed how much she cared about her career. Her strength and talent made a big impact in the movie world.